Ukraine has firmly stated its intention to hold a second peace summit this fall to propose a final formula for ending the war. In anticipation of this, Ukraine and Russia are seeking to achieve as much success as possible on the front right now in order to have a stronger position in peace talks. This is reported by the New York Times. The most urgent diplomacy going on between Ukraine and its partners is aimed at giving the Ukrainians the ability to shape the battlefield in their favor, the authors of the publication say. This is also important because the Kremlin does not seem interested in negotiations, but its mind may change as the situation on the front changes, the article says. It is significant that diplomatic discussions on this topic have intensified after the start of the Ukrainian operation in the Kursk region and the intensification of Ukrainian strikes on Russian oil facilities. And in the same context, diplomatic discussions continue on lifting restrictions on Western missile strikes on Russian territory. The president of the Kyiv School of Economics and former Minister of Economic Development of Ukraine, Timofey Milovanov, noted that Ukraine's enhanced military potential and its ability to deliver quick strikes against Russia's strategic oil infrastructure could bring Mr. Putin to the negotiating table. Putin doesn't believe in any diplomacy, he's just playing this game. But I think he also wants to see evidence. Bring the receipts. So, does Ukraine have the capacity? Milovanov said. William McRaven, a retired American admiral, admitted that before the Kursk operation of the Ukrainian armed forces, he considered the best possible peace option for Ukraine to be a simple truce with security guarantees from the Allies and frozen Russian money. But the invasion of Kursk surprised him and gave Ukraine a trump card. Recall, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenski said that the next global peace summit is scheduled for November 2024 and Russia is going to be invited to it. In addition, Zelensky announced a new meeting with US President Joe Biden to present his winning plan for ending the war unleashed by Russia. It is noted that his proposal will include a system of interconnected solutions that will give Ukraine enough power to direct this war onto the path of peace. We will prepare, as we said, a detailed plan for ending the war. We will prepare it with partners who supported the communiqué of the first summit. We will work out every point of these crises that Putin brought. We will work out our version of ending the war, he said.
Investigators reviewing the emergency response to last year's wildfire that killed 102 people on Maui said in a report released Friday they found no evidence Hawaii officials made preparations for it, despite days of warnings that critical fire weather was coming. That lack of planning hindered efforts to evacuate the historic town of Lahaina before it burned, the report said. A forecaster with the National Weather Service emailed fire managers an unprecedented advance warning on August 4, 2023, of the danger that would develop on August 8, including extreme winds as a hurricane passed far to the south, according to the report released by the state attorney general. But in the ensuing days, the report found, there is no evidence that key agencies, the Hawaii Emergency Management Agency, Maui Fire Department, Maui Police and others developed plans for dealing with severe wildfire risk, such as by having extra staff on duty, stationing emergency vehicles or supplies in high-risk areas, or plotting possible evacuations. The strongly worded nature of the email, had it been communicated to fire managers in other states with better developed severity preparedness strategies, could have gained attention and prompted discussion and operational planning, the report said. It was a call for state of Hawaii fire managers to prepare for the impending extreme weather. The heroic efforts of firefighters and police who frequently risked their lives, sometimes sprinting door to warn residents to leave, were undercut by the lack of planning as the deadliest U.S. wildfire in a century destroyed thousands of buildings. A Maui County spokeswoman said the county received the report when it was released to the public and wouldn't be able to comment until officials had an opportunity to review it. The Hawaii Emergency Management Agency didn't immediately respond with comment. "We have to act," Attorney General Ann Lopez said at a news conference in Honolulu. "We have an obligation to every person in Hawaii to do better and to be better and make sure our communities grow and are built better." Maui fire commanders discussed the forecast, but no evidence of pre-event preparedness plans by the MFD were produced, the report said. The police and fire departments never established a unified incident command post or action plan, and as a result it was more difficult to know who was responding to what, where to direct resources, or which evacuation routes were blocked by downed trees or power lines. The departments share a mobile command vehicle, but the county did not provide evidence that it was used that day, the report said. Some emergency vehicles didn't have equipment for clearing roadblocks.